Hello solo leveling fans and welcome back to a new video. Real quick before we get started, I want to shout out today's comment of the video. I'm glad that I can be helping you guys when it comes down to the in-game content, but if there's anything that you still want help with, please do leave that down below in the comment section. I promise I read all your comments and get back to you as soon as I can, but also do my best to cover it in one of these videos. So yeah guys, with that being said, I still have another small announcement to make. I'm going to be starting to stream tomorrow on YouTube here, and I'm going to be giving away something very special to one of the lucky viewers that is going to be on the stream. I'll leave the streaming schedule on my Twitter, so if you're not following me there, I'll leave a link in that in the description. But with that being said, there's also a small giveaway on the channel, so if you don't make it to tomorrow's stream, don't worry. There's still a giveaway going on the channel that you can be a part of. All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe, and you get a chance to win a deluxe pass here. And best of luck to everyone that is taking part. But with that being said, guys, let's get straight into today's video. Now, today's video is going to be all about the boy Jinchul, and this man got overpowered overnight real quick because of the buff that he received in the latest patch, and he is currently being slept on, in my opinion. All the hype for Amamiya is just shadowing the how broken he is at the minute. Obviously he's not as strong as Amamiya, I understand that, but still, for a free-to-play unit that you get with the exclusive weapon as well, and all you have to do is log in, and all the buffs that he received honestly makes him very strong, especially with the new content that we received that requires a lot of wind hunters, like the Battlefield of Trials, the new Encore and Instance Dungeons. So he's one of the best units that you currently need to be building, in my opinion. Now, he's really strong when it comes down to that aspect, and I'll be going over his skills, his artifacts, what to build, all that good stuff in a second. But all you have to do, honestly, to obtain this character, like I said, is log into the game to get him and his exclusive weapon. So with that being said, let's get straight into his skills. Now, these are the numbers. If anyone is interested, I always go for the numbers so you guys can check those out. But as you can see here, with his basic attacks, he can basically deal weak break damage, and he's a wind elemental breaker. If you didn't know already. So yeah, he deals weak break damage on his basic attacks, and his core attack here grants you super armor, and again weak break, and inflicts a stun that is on a 20-second cooldown. So pretty good stuff when it comes down to his basic abilities. Now, his first ability that we're going to be talking about is the Meditation of Power here, and as you can see, he deals weak break, he grants super armor. He's granted super armor while using this skill, and this skill can be used up to 2 times, so you have 2 charges on it, and it decreases the cooldown of your second ability here, your Iron Fist, by 3 seconds. So overall, pretty good stuff. Now, where it becomes broken, in my opinion, is that when the user uses this skill, it grants a shield equal to 2% of Jinchul's defense to the team members for 20 seconds. So he gets a shield, his team gets a shield, he has super armor, he reduces the cooldown of his second ability by 3 seconds, and he has weak break damage on this ability alone. So it has 2 charges as well. So really good stuff when it comes down to his first ability. As you can see here, it offers a lot. Now, his second ability is his Iron Fist, and he deals medium break with this one, honestly. And when this skill is used, it charges dash 1 time, as well as super armor is obviously being applied again. So overall, he's pretty strong when it comes down to his kit. As you can see here, these abilities alone are very good, and it brings a ton of break power to your kit. Not only that, but you also get shields and super armors and all that good stuff. Now, moving on to his special skills, his support skill, as you can see here, deals medium break, and it increases the maximum number of dash instances by 2, and charges for 20 seconds. So yeah, that is really strong again when it comes down to that, and especially with the medium break as well. That is very strong. Now, Judgment is your QTE break skill here, and it will deal medium break damage that is active when you use extreme evasion, core attack, or an ultimate skill, obviously, and it has a 20-second cooldown. Again, this is the number if you're interested in how much damage he's doing. He scales off defense, obviously, so keep that in mind while building him, and we'll get to that in a second, obviously. Now, your ultimate is honestly just a bunch of damage on a 45-second cooldown, dealing wind elemental damage. So overall, that is that. Now, if we're talking about the advancements, if you're free to play, honestly, and you want to pull for this man, my advice to you is go for that A1, because he becomes really strong. Maybe the A2 if you really want this man, but I suggest the A1 highly, because when you use that A1, look at this, the Meditation of Power, which is your first skill, changes increased break effect and damage by 100%, so it all goes up by 100%, and then you get an extra charge as well, so instead of 2 times, it can be used to 3 times. So absolutely crazy, as you can see here. Yeah, in my opinion, that's one of his best advancements. Now his A2 is also, he gets defense pen, increases by another 10%, and then your A3 is when the user uses dash, extreme evasion, or judgment, it decreases the cooldown of meditation of power, which is your first ability. And Iron Fist by 2 seconds, so you get the reduced cooldown, and activates the user core attack. When the user uses judgment, it activates the user basic passive and enhances the effect, and the user damage increases effect enhances to 35%, increases the duration to 7 seconds. So overall, a bunch of good stats here. As you can see, the A3 is honestly nothing to scoff at either, but again, if you're free to play, let's be realistic, you're going to be either going for the A1 or the A2, but these are like long-term targets that if you really want to go for. His A4 is going to be wind damage increasing by 16%, and his A5 is when the user uses their basic attack 4 times, it activates the tier 3 passive. When the user uses meditation of power, increases their defense by 5%, stacking up to 12 times. So that's absolutely crazy when it comes down to your damage numbers, because obviously 5%, you stack that 12 times, absolutely crazy stuff. So yeah, that was his kit basically, and that was why he's becoming very strong and very usable at the moment. Now let's move on to his artifacts. So when it comes down to his artifacts, he has a couple of builds and build choices that you can go for. The first one obviously being the solid analysis set, a great set to be considering honestly, and that is this is basically the reason why you're going for it, is obviously the break effectiveness. And for the 2 set effect, you go for the 15% effectiveness, but your 4 set effect is when attacking enemy they have elemental weakness, the break effectiveness becomes 30%. And that is absolutely crazy honestly, because then you're going to be adding up even more damage to that break damage that you already deal, the weak break damage that you already deal with your kit, weak to medium, excuse me. Yeah, so you're going to be adding a lot of break effectiveness to that kind of thing with the solid analysis set. Now make sure you obviously have the defense stat, because as you can see here, if we go to one of these units and we want to change the artifacts, you'll see that it says that he scales off defense, defense pen, and wind damage. So these are the main 3 attributes that you should be focusing on here, as you can see. So yeah, defense, defense pen, and the wind damage. So yeah, when it comes down to these artifacts, that's what you should be focusing on. Honestly here, I don't have a main stat as the defense, but honestly your body armor will always be defense. Here you're just looking for defense percentage, defense pen, all that good stuff. So make sure to be building him with the required stats. Now when it comes down to the jewelry set, again, you can go for the Executioner. I think that's one of his best sets in my opinion, and the reason why you're going for Executioner here is when you attack the enemies with 40% or less HP, that's the 2 set effect by the way, with 40% or less HP increases the user's damage dealt by 8%, but you're mainly looking at the 4 set effect here. So now you have 70%, so when attacking enemies with 70% or less HP, it increases the user damage dealt by 20%. So there you go. That is definitely something that you should be considering again when it comes down to his jewelry set. Another option that you can be going for here in the artifact set is going to be the Burning Greed set, and I'll show you why in a second. So if we go here to the codex real quick, we go to artifacts, scroll all the way down to the Burning Greed set, you'll see here that again it increases the attack and the break damage that you deal. And honestly, you can either go for the 4 set, the 8 set effect. In my opinion, these will be the 2 best options for him, since it also increases the critical hit rate by 15 and the critical hit damage by 30%. So yeah, as well as the effectiveness of your break damage by 30%. So pretty damn good stuff if you're going for the Burning Greed set. Make sure to go all the way to the 8 set effect, because that definitely is the best option. Now going back to another jewelry set that you can go for is honestly going to be the Concentration of Firepower. Again, that is pretty good, because as you can see here, it increases the user's skill MP consumption rate by 20%, and but increases the user damage dealt by 5%, and while also decreasing the cooldown of your basic skills. So absolutely crazy stuff here. And with the 4 set effect, it goes all the way up to 18% both ways. So it goes you decrease your cooldown by 18%, but also the damage that you deal, the damage increased, it goes all the way up to 18%. So pretty damn good stuff when it comes down to Concentration of Firepower. So yeah guys, Concentration of Firepower, Executioner when it comes down to this, or the Burning Greed set. Again, all of these are very valid options. The solid analysis here when it comes down to that, with his skills, obviously focus on the on meditation of power to level up, obviously his ultimate as well, and his iron fist is going to be very important to deal that medium break, help you out. Build him correctly, guys. He's very underrated at the minute, and trust me, he does a basic he does a good ton of damage when it comes down to his abilities and his overall kit, and he will definitely be needed, especially when it comes down to the game modes here, the new encore missions and stuff like that. He will definitely be needed, especially with like the these bad boys here. As you can see, the recommended element is wind, so keep that in mind while going for him. So yeah, guys, I hope that you found this helpful. I hope you found this insightful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and obviously come join me tomorrow in the stream. Maybe you'll be the lucky winner and get the giveaway. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Happy leveling.